Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. The Curse of Oak Island. X marks the spot for Ark of the Covenant at Nolan's Cross. The Curse of Oak Island has found 3 possible locations where the Ark of the Covenant may be buried at Nolan's Cross, and they've already started digging. Also on this week's Oak Island, another artifact further linked both the Vikings and Templar Knights to the island, and there was a major crisis at the garden shaft. Researcher John Edwards was back in the war room, with 3 X marks the spot locations. He is convinced that Nolan's Cross is part of a larger monument made in the shape of an ancient Jewish and Christian symbol known as the Tree of Life. John identified 3 spots along the main axis of Nolan's Cross where he suspects the Ark of the Covenant may be buried. The locations were all on Tom Nolan's land, but he quickly suggested that the guys start digging in the area. Billy Gerhardt and Jack Begley wasted no time and soon found a large boulder near one of the spots on the north side of the swamp. The boulder had no natural reason to be there, having been clearly placed there by human hands. Billy and Jack decided they would need to consult geoscientist Dave Ian Spooner before going any further, which means we'll have to wait until at least next week to learn more. However, it was a fantastic start to examining John Edwards' work. Viking artifact found on Oak Island is linked to Templar Knights. Meanwhile, more evidence mounted of a 13th century collaboration between Templar Knights and Vikings to bury treasure on the island. Historian Doug Crowell has been examining a copper artifact found last year on Lot 8. The object in question had a metallic composition that suggested a Scandinavian origin, leading the guys to believe it was a decorative Viking plate. Doug has identified 2 symbols on the object that match symbols found on an ancient manuscript from Iceland. This manuscript was a Viking document related to astronomy and astrology. Incredibly, Doug said he'd found the same symbols on an astrolabe, a medieval device used to track the stars, sun, and moon, and was also used as a navigational tool. Doug claimed these devices were also used by the Templar Knights. The implication here is that both the Vikings and the Templars were using the same technology to navigate the globe. This news follows previous theories that the Templars and Vikings developed a relationship while on a crusade in Jerusalem in the 12th century that later led them to take ancient Christian relics to Oak Island. While on the island, the 2 groups built Nolan's Cross to act as a marker for their descendants to find the treasure. Have the team breached a flood tunnel at the garden shaft? Also, on last night's show, the Dumas guys began horizontal drilling at 97 feet. They were hoping to follow the old tunnel toward the baby blob. However, the guys suddenly had to flee the shaft when a leak suddenly occurred, causing salty water to flow in at a terrific rate. The drill and 2 levels of the shaft were quickly covered in water. This obviously brought work to a crashing halt. But it might not be all bad news. This could be a flood tunnel, which means the guys are actually close to the treasure. This is a problem that has plagued searchers for 200 years. But they didn't have the advanced technology the Legina brothers have at their disposal. In the hushed whispers of maritime legends, there exists a tale veiled in mystery, a story that dances on the edge of reality and myth. It's the story of Oak Island, a place where every digger dreams of uncovering the secrets buried beneath its rugged surface. And amidst the tangled web of speculation and intrigue, one fabled relic reigns supreme: the Ark of the Covenant. At the heart of this tale lies Nolan's Cross, a cryptic arrangement of stones etched into the very fabric of Oak Island's soil. Some say it's a mere coincidence, while others believe it to be a map leading to unimaginable treasures. But for the dedicated treasure hunters who've dedicated their lives to unraveling Oak Island's enigma, Nolan's Cross is more than just a pattern. It's a beacon calling them to the ultimate prize. The curse of Oak Island looms large over those who dare to tread its shores, a warning whispered by the winds that whip through the gnarled branches of its ancient trees. For every seeker who has dared to unearth its secrets, tragedy has trailed in their wake. Yet it's the allure of the unknown, the promise of untold riches, that draws adventurers from far and wide to its shores. Among these seekers are brothers Rick and Marty Legina, whose relentless pursuit of the truth has turned Oak Island into their life's obsession. Armed with nothing but determination and a thirst for discovery, they've spent years scouring every inch of the island, driven by the belief that somewhere beneath its surface lies the key to unlocking history's greatest mystery, the whereabouts of the Ark of the Covenant. As the sun dips below the horizon, casting long shadows across the island's rugged terrain, Rick and Marty stand before Nolan's cross, their gazes fixed upon the ancient stones that stretch out before them like the fingers of a long-forgotten god. There's an electric charge in the air, a palpable sense of anticipation that seems to reverberate through the very earth beneath their feet. With trembling hands, they begin to excavate, each shovelful of earth unearthing another layer of history, another piece of the puzzle. And then, just as they're on the verge of giving up hope, they see it, a glimmer of gold peeking out from beneath the soil, a beacon of light in the darkness. With bated breath, they dig faster, their hands working in a frenzy as they uncover the object that has eluded them for so long. And then finally, it's there before them, the Ark of the Covenant, gleaming in the dim light like a relic from another world. But their moment of triumph is short-lived, for even as they marvel at their discovery, a darkness begins to descend upon the island, a malevolent force that seems to coil around them like a serpent. The curse of Oak Island has been awakened, and it will not rest until it has claimed its price. With a deafening roar, the ground beneath them begins to tremble, the earth itself rising up to swallow them whole. And as they're dragged down into the depths below, they catch one last glimpse of the Ark of the Covenant, its golden surface glinting in the fading light. And then, just like that, they're gone, consumed by the very island they sought to conquer. And as the dust settles and silence once again reigns over Oak Island, the legend of Nolan's Cross lives on, a tantalizing reminder of the mysteries that lie buried beneath its rugged surface. For X marks the spot, but some treasures are better left undiscovered.